title. It's a speech about explaining how bad habits have evolved from 1950s. Now we will discuss how to break from these bad habits with some simple tips that you can follow in your life. Let's welcome Naveed.
Bad habits are like chains. They are too light to feel until they are too heavy to carry. Warren Buffett. One day, I sat with my grandfather to have a small chat. Hey Grandpa, I want to talk to you about some bad habits when you are in younger days and also how they evolved to this day. My grandfather chuckled and he started listing a few. In 1950s, I think it was smoking. Everyone was doing it. And in 1970s, it was excessive drinking and people started doing drugs. In 1990s, people were glued to their televisions watching for hours and hours. And today, he gives a pause and smiles at me. Everything has been multiplied. People have glued to their phones, social media, junk food, and you name it. Now, I don't want to ask you to raise your hands to confess if you have one of the above bad habits, but as I progress in my speech, you will understand that we have fallen into this trap. Let me explain this with a simple story that happened in my life. One fine morning, my wife Sweta asks me, "Honey, can you please fill this orange juice for me?" I said, "Sure." I went to the refrigerator, grabbed the juice bottle. There comes a sudden ping. Ding! It is a funny prank video that my friend has sent. On one hand, I was watching the video, and on the other hand, I was pouring the juice. Then I hear someone yelling from the back. It was my wife. "Naveen, I just asked you to fill this glass, not the whole kitchen with this juice." I felt so bad, I ended up cleaning the whole kitchen. Then I went to my work. I sat at my desk, very motivated to finish the pending work. There comes a notification. Ding! One thing that Republicans did to win the election. I know it is a clickbait title, but I couldn't resist myself from reading it. As I start reading the article, there comes my manager. He starts talking about the project. I couldn't concentrate. I wanted to read this article, but I was half reading and half listening. My manager gets so irritated. "Naveen, I want to get this done by tomorrow." I felt so bad again. I came back home that evening and I finished my dinner so early and I sat down at my desk to complete that work within 1 hour. As I started working on that, I burned all the midnight oil and I didn't even notice. As I looked at the clock, it was 4 in the morning. As I stood up from my chair, there is a sharp pain in my back. Ouch! My back! It is because of hours and hours of sitting in the same position. After all these things happened, I went to my grandfather asking for his help. "Hey Grandpa, how did you live so happily and successfully in your life? What is that secret?" There, my grandpa shares few amazing tips with me that I'm going to share with you right now. 1. Follow a routine. A simple routine in your life will make wonders. 2. Don't multitask. Do one thing at a time and do it right. 3. Set limits and stick to them. So, I want to challenge all of you. Just try to follow these simple 3 tips that I shared, at least one of them. Follow a routine, don't multitask, and set limits and stick to them. And bring your good habits in your life and make it very successful, which will make your wife, your boss, and your health so happy. and start your journey of breaking bad. I mean, the habits. Thank you.
Thank you, Navi, for the tips.